Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Monday, the 17th of November 2025. So, dip buying frenzy rescue stocks back from back-to-back weekly bloodbaths. Crypto looking a bit ugly. Few de-escalated quickly. It certainly did, but they soon brought it back. Markets see two-way trade. Eyes turn to resumption of US data. Of course, the US government has reopened. It's time to catch up with all of the economic data. Speaking of which, what have we got this week? Let's have a look for today. We've got Empire. What have we got? Empire and FOMC member Walker is going to be speaking. Never stopped the Fed members from speaking before. Wednesday we've got CPI, but that's for the UK. And then FOMC, there's quite a bit on Wednesday, isn't there? Let's just have a quick look at what we've got. FOMC meeting minutes are out on Wednesday, but it's not the press conference one. That's next month, so nothing to be concerned about there. Non-farm employment change. So this is interesting. So on Thursday, we've got the non-farm payroll numbers coming out. They should have been out last week. So there's going to be all sorts coming out on different days and odd days to play catch up. So make sure you check. Right, let's have a look at the markets. Have a look at this frenzy to buy the dip and kick off with the Dow. So as can be seen here, the market, you can see the demand coming in to buy the dip at the 78% retracement as well, and the 50 EMA is just below where this occurred. So a bit of a positive there for the market to try and move back to the upside. Let's just have a look there and just put in some fibs, some upside targets where the market could move back to. So the daily chart there showing the buying coming in, and in the 30-minute chart for Friday, we can see that we move lower after sideways to begin with, and then down we went, and it was only down for 30 minutes, then a straight reversal with more demand, with the olive coloured bar prices moving back. At the moment we've got a bit of a struggle at the close and the DP, though. We need to get through this and that 50 EMA in order to move back to the high of Thursday. Actually, that's the high of Friday. So yeah, Friday's high needs to be taken out if prices are to get back above the 50 EMA there. Meanwhile, in the German DAX, it too trading down to 78%, just above the 200 MA. There's the demand. So again, hopefully the market will be able to move off this. If we go to the pink line to the green line of Friday, there's your upside fib resistance levels if the market does continue to move higher. Notice that the 50 EMA has the 5, the 50 also there, and the 20 bar moving average as well. So a lot to get through at the 50% retracement there in the German DAX. In the 30 minutes, well, obviously it was down to start with, and then it soon returned to the upside with the demand buyers, the dip buyers as they're known. Again, to the DP overnight, you need to take out the 50 MA if you've got a chance of getting up to the high, and the 200 MA from a Friday there. In the S&P 500, it too trading down to 89% retracement with demand and getting back above the 50 EMA. Need to take out the 5, the 20 to move back to the upside. Similar picture, we've got this high down to this low. We're already through the 38, but struggling with the 50 at the moment. That needs to be taken out too. And there you can see the other retracement levels up to the 89% from the last break to the downside and up. So we're stuck in a sideways range at the moment. There you can see down in the pre-market and straight up there in the cash markets, with some supply coming into the market as prices struggled to move higher, but they blew through this and continued higher. Now the interesting thing here is we're actually above the DP and the close, and we're not too far off the high for the S&P 500. Meanwhile, in the UK, again demand coming in, as you can see there. Let me just remove these and draw in from this low to this high, and you can see bang on 89% retracement with the demand coming in. You can see the D there, but the market not looking too good overnight at the moment. Just go to the 30-minute. You'll see that Friday we sailed all the way down to the S2 and then bounced off this, and now we're stuck in a sideways move. We need to get back above that DP line and the 50 EMA to move back to the upside. So in the US dollar, it's found support on Friday and it's moving strongly on the overnight. That's not good news for the metals. So let's have a look at the monkey hammering that I predicted on Friday and have a look at silver. So silver down on Friday was inevitable, wasn't it? It's the way they play the game. It's easy to predict, and we're seeing the moves like we saw before. I've marked it to the downside because that's where it's going, or I believe it to be going. Let me just draw those in there. So there you can see where we're off to. 47.66 is about the sort of area if we can't hold here. The US dollar's going up. They're going to use that as an excuse as well. So expect lower prices today. One thing that we would like to see, or I would like to see, is the market hold above $50. At the moment we're 50.50 with this blue line. You can see we had a bit of support coming in there. We've already been down overnight back to the Friday, or towards the Friday's low there. So for me, it's this red line that's got to hold. If it doesn't, then in the daily chart we're heading down through all of these other numbers as well, particularly the fact that the dollar's moving higher, and they'll use any excuse in order to move prices lower. Same for gold. You can see already it's weakening to the downside more than silver as well. So 30-minute chart of this. Actually, let me just go back to that daily chart. Looking at the volume, definitely something is occurring on the sell side at the moment. You've got the selling for Friday. You've got the selling pressure that was in the market during Thursday's trading session there as well. So yeah, it's lower for the metals by the looks of things. 30-minute charts, nice hammering to the downside there, and we've curved over as well, which you can see there. So it's curved over and moving back to the downside as well. So it'll have to stay above Friday's low in order to find any support. So look at the gold silver ratio. And on Friday I did warn about this level here, where the gold silver ratio had moved down to this level, and expect it to move back up, which meant that silver had to be crushed, and crushed it was. So again, the fact that this is moving down is only because gold is looking a bit weaker at the moment, and it's also at that 80 level. They want to keep it above the 80 level at the moment, which still makes silver a bargain, frankly. 80 pieces of silver to 1 piece of gold. Right, let's have a quick look at Friday's trades. So in the pre-market during Friday, the German DAX 2-minute was lower and then became sideways. And then, of course, the market opened and down she went and continued all the way down until we found some support coming in from the US in the mid-afternoon. But you can see there all the way down past the S1, and then prices finding a bit of support and stability there. So as we worked our way through the mid-morning, we then continued lower with the Dow futures moving sharply lower, as you can see there, down towards the S2, and then as we get ready for the US markets down towards it, we were just a few points off, 12.5 to 25 points, and then in the afternoon moving back to the upside with the US there. You can see that moving quite nicely. I didn't happen to be at the desk, but Windows decided to restart the software at that time, so let's have a look and see what else occurred. And there you can see we moved higher, and we then had a buy signal just to move the market back to the upside, and then we were into the late evening session, as it were. Let's just have a quick look, see where we are. And at the moment you can see we're coming off the DP, which we've already looked at. Very important area. We've been below this 3 times and managed to come off it, so looking a bit positive there for the German DAX. Let's have a look, see where we've got any sort of highs and lows, and we're quite a distance off both of these, because obviously it was a big day on Friday. So there's 100, 200 points there to the high, and we've got the same down towards the low as well, or 250 either way. So yeah, the German DAX finding a bit of support at the moment. Right, so that's it for this one. Let's see what happens today, particularly in the metals. I think it's going to be another aggressive down day if the US dollar continues to move to the upside and get that gold-silver ratio back up above 80 plus. Right, that's it. Have a great day, and as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.